So this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links!
Something inside me telling me I must win.
Any alien who threatens the peace must answer to me. Matic Sogetsu!
Udius Velgear! Go Rush! It's my turn. Velgirian Draw! That ends my turn.
Time to begin my I draw hot, the combustible Chemiped Wolf. Volt, the electric hot, the combustible ice. Let's shock. Volt, Chemiped Wolf. A gear good.
I believe it's now my turn.
Exactly as I
Velgirian
expected.
Draw!
I end my turn.
Galactic Enforcer! Appear! Celestial Ganzo! It's time! Attack! Celestial Ganzo! That ends my turn.
I draw. I activate Chemiped Wolf's effect. From my hand, I activate a Benda, the electric lion.
I believe it's now my turn.
Exactly as I expected.
Velgirian Draw!
I end my turn.
Enters the line! Come out! Silver Seafer! It's time to destroy them! Attack! Attack! Celestial Ganzo! I will simply focus on winning this duel! I end
Chemiped Wolf! I activate Chemiped Wolf's effect. From my hand, I activate a spell hot. The combustible bear hot. The combustible bear.
My turn.
Ends my turn.
Velgirian Draw! Vortex Shooter! I'm counting on you. I tribute summon a monster. I activate my monster's effect. Battle. Destroy them. My monster attacks.
Impossible.
With this attack, I will seize victory.
I have a bad habit of letting up when I'm sure I'll win.
A rush duel allows us to learn about each other.
I will do anything to be victorious. Zwaijo's Will Velgear.
Matic Sogetsu!
Go Rush! It's my turn. I draw. Watch closely. I summon a monster. Here's what I'll do. I set a card. First Ray Blaster! That ends my turn.
I draw. Dynamo Might! Dynamo Might activates his effect.
This change
Combustion Oni Bunsel. Combustion Oni Bunsel activates its effect. Combustion Oni Bunsel. Combustion Oni Bunsel activates. That ends
It's
my
my
turn.
turn. I draw. I'll set a card. I'll do whatever I please, even if you don't like it. Battle! Burst Ray Blaster! Fire!
Leave my son. No.
My monster! Leave my son!
No.
My monster! I end my
Begin
turn.
I draw. Hot, the combustible berry. Hot, the combustible berry activates its effect. With the fire to inspire. Echo, the fire genie of the lamp. Ember, the super assistant. That ends
Here
my
I
turn.
go. I draw. Burst Ray Blaster activates its effect.
This is nothing.
Witness power. The promise of a dark paradise. Ascend before me. Void Velg Elysium. Void Velg Pale Light. Let's battle. Attack, Void Velg Elysium. Burial Shining Slash. This is too easy. I attack with Burst Ray Blaster. Fire! I'm surprised you survived. I end my turn.
You will never extinguish my fire. I draw. From my hand, I activate a spell card. With the fire to inspire. Echo, the fire genie of the lamp. Sparkle, the super assistant. I activate Sparkle's effect. Iceland, the super assistant. I'll set a card. This can't be
There's
it.
nothing
I
more
must
you can
recheck my
do.
calculations.
I draw.
I end my turn.
Here I go. Tribute summon. Witness power you've never seen before. From my hand, I activate my spell card. I activate my spell card. Universal Storm. From my hand, I activate my spell card. Let's battle! You're finished. And there's nothing you can do about it. Attack!
I didn't have a clue what you were doing.
If you have nothing left to say, be gone.
My hypothesis is that I will win, but I must still prove it. The Secrecy's mission is to protect Earth at all costs.
Let's begin. Velgear Riva, Udius Velgear.
Maddox Sogetsu!
Go Rush!
My turn. I draw. I'll set a monster. That ends
It's my turn. Velgirian Orbit Skater. Transom Epirock! Come out! From my hand, Orbit Skater! It's Orbit Skater! Attack, Serpent! Destroy them! Transom Epirock! That ends my turn.
My experiment. I draw. Dr. Red Road. Let's attack. Dr. Red
700!
Road. That ends
I
my
believe
turn.
it's now my turn. Belgarian Draw! Transom Climb! One Emerge! From my hand, I activate my spell. I'll set a card. It's go! I attack with my Transom Epirock! A go! The rest of I fight for all Belgarians.
I draw.
I end my turn.
I set a monster.
Dueling the Prez is gonna be tough. I gotta be on my game.
Rush dueling. Let us begin.
Here we go. Get ready for the rush.
Here I draw. Watch this. I come forth. I Motorina the Light Retriever. I set. That ends
I'm
my
gonna
turn.
speed up this duel. I draw. Gotta take a risk to get the rewards. Flare Sorcerer! Inherit the scepter that carries on the Sevens Road. Lead the way, Sevens Road Witch! I activate Sevens Road Witch's effect! Sevens Sorcery! Nothing will stop my road to victory! Sevens Road Magician! Activate my spell card! Fusion! A planet, a galaxy, not even the universe can block my way! Nothing will stop my road to infinity! Master of the Sevens Road! Time to battle! Master of the Sevens Road, bring home the win! With that, I end
Here
my
I
turn!
go. I draw. Binding Chain. I set. That
I'm
ends
gonna
my
speed
turn.
up this duel! It's my turn! I draw! Gotta take a risk to get the rewards! Come on out! I summon a monster! Here I come! I summon a monster! A wall! A mountain! Not even a planet can block my way! Nothing will stop my road to victory! Sevens Road Magician! Swordsman of Roadstar! I activate my spell card! Fusion! Destruction! The Mystic Hero rises to spread the legend of the Sevens! Wield the Blade of Destiny! Sevens Paladin! I've chosen which effect Sevens Paladin will activate! Okay, let's battle! Time to end this! Attack!
The creator of Rush Duels cannot be taken lightly.
Duel how you want to duel, as long as it makes you happy.
Let me educate you on the fact that duelists like you are a dime a dozen.
Let's duel. My sweet suffering, all my sorrow, I share them with you.
Duel!
Here I go. It's my turn. Lay your eyes on this.
You get to stop!
End my
I
turn.
draw! Class is in session! Here's an example of proper dueling technique. I summon a monster and attack my monster's effect activates! Step forward! Ancient Gear Golem! Here I go! Let's battle! Go, Ancient Gear Golem! Mechanized melee! Ready for your next lesson? I attack directly!
You will pay for that.
I end
Won't
my
you give
turn!
up? I draw. Lay your eyes on this. My turn.
Try hard, I'll give you that! It's my turn! I draw! Watch and learn! My monster's attack activates! My monster's effect activates! Let's see. From my hand, I activate a spell! I fusion summon a monster! Join us! Chaos Ancient Gear Giant! Time for battle! You flunked my class! My monster attacks!
Again. Let's duel again. Share more in my suffering.
You may have lost, but I say your strategies were quite exemplary. An impressive duel on your part.
into boom!
This is my fight, and my fight alone.
Duel! Here I go. It's my turn. I set a card. Here we come. I summon a I end my turn.
All right, let's do this. I draw. I set a monster face down.
Sweet.
I end my
no
turn.
one messes with Joey Wheeler. I draw. My continuous trap activates. All right. I special summon a monster. Red Eyes Black Dragon. This Palamai's a super rare monster. Let's go, Red Eyes! Inferno Fire! I end my turn.
Here goes. It's my turn. I draw. I set a... I end
No
my
one
turn.
messes with Joey Wheeler. I draw. My continuous trap activates. All right. I special summon a monster. Let's battle. Go, Red Eyes! Inferno Fire Blast! Take this! I attack your life. I end
Here
my
goes.
turn.
It's my turn. I draw. Check this out. I let's... Here I go. I attack. I end
No
my
one
turn.
messes with Joey Wheeler. I draw. From my hand, I activate battle. Luck, don't fail me now.
I have to turn this duel
I
around
end my
soon.
turn. You're
It's
up.
my turn. I draw. I set my turn.
Everything's
It's done.
coming up Joey today. Draw. Battle. Take this. I attack with my monster.
I have to turn this
end my
duel
turn.
around.
You're
I
up.
draw my turn.
Everything's
It's done.
coming up Joey today. Draw! My continuous trap activates. Let's do this. I special summon a monster. Let's battle. Lights out. I attack your life points directly.
I can't let that happen. My monster's effect activates.
I
I have
end
to
my
turn
turn.
this duel around.
You're up.
I draw. I summon Lockman. My turn.
Watch what
It's
I
done.
can do. It's draw. Let's battle. Luck, don't fail me now. I attack.
I have to turn this
I end
duel
my
around.
turn.
My turn.
Everything's
It's
coming
done.
up Joey. Draw. Let's battle. Lights out. My monster attacks your life points directly.
Am I not good enough? Maybe I can't win on my own.
I won because you weren't just dueling me. You were dueling a whole team. My buddies always have my back.
You want to know my dueling strategy? It's to win! Final, let's duel! You're in for it now! My turn! I set a monster! I activate my spell card! Speedroid Scratch! I set and you're in for it now! I draw! From my hand, I activate a continuous spell! From my hand, I activate a continuous spell! I activate my monster's effect. Check this! I special summon a monster! I activate a continuous spell! Check this! I summon a monster! I activate my monster's effect! I know what to do. I special summon a monster! From my hand, I activate a continuous spell! Let's battle! You ready? My monster attacks! You ready? You gotta be kidding me! Your time's up! My monster attacks you I'll pay you back in double, triple, million pull! In a race, finishing first is everything. The name's Yugo, not Dodo. I've been called many names, but my name is Yuri.
I won't let a scoop pass me by. Hold the front my win.
You won't like this! Now, go! My monster, you can't do anything to stop me. You really think you can make a comeback? Then show me. I end my turn. Are you sure you want to continue? Okay, your mistake. I draw! It's finally time to make yourself known! Link Summon! I activate... Ready for this? I summon a monster! Let's battle! I can't wait to hear you scream! I can't wait to hear you scream! That was a lot quicker than I thought it'd be.
This is the secrecy! Surrender yourself!
I will learn Udius Velgear.
Maddox Sogetsu!
Go Rush! I believe it's now my turn. Velgirian Draw! Sora Puyo! Astro Eva! Orbit Skater! I'll ice that ends my turn.
I draw! Dr. Red Road! I'll set a monster. Emerge from the circles of lore to bring the flames of yore! Roar! Chemicalized Salamander! The heat from these capsules will defend you! I equip Chemicalizer Red on my Pyro-type monster! Let's battle! Chemicalize Salamander! 2,000 tame! That ends my turn.
It's my turn. Velgirian Draw! Transam Epirot! I'll set a card. I end my turn.
My turn. I draw. Let's battle! Go! My monster attack! Everything is proceeding exactly
I
as I
believe it's now my turn.
I
Velgirian
end
Draw!
my turn.
I'm counting on you. Ice! That ends
My
my turn.
I draw. Okay. I summon a monster. I activate the spell card. Fiery
300.
Blades. Emerge from the circles of lore to bring the flames of yore. Roar! Chemicalized Salamander! I activate Chemicalized Salamander's effect. Chemical Burn! Battle! Chemicalized Salamander!
1,500.
Tame that monster! This examination is over. Show him that you're the one who's mightier.
Please teach me everything you know about rush duels.
You must now do what you're told. With this duel, I will learn everything about you.
Warrior to warrior, let us have an honorable duel.
Maddox Sogetsu!
Udius Velgear. Go Rush! It's my turn. Velgirian Draw. Transam Epirot. Transam Laika. Transam Jelly. Ice, I end my turn.
I draw. Ember, the Hyper Assistant. I activate Ember, the Hyper Assistance effect. Roar! Chemicalized Salamander! All right. I summon a monster. Chromatographicus. My abilities are greater than infinity plus 1. Battle. Chemicalized.
1,500.
Chromatographicus.
1,500.
Everything is proceeding
I believe
exactly
it's now
as
my
I
turn.
expected.
Belgarian draw.
I end my turn.
Cosmo Predictor. Sora Puyo. I'll set a card. I set a card. That ends my turn.
I draw. I activate the spell card. Iron Blades. I'll set a card. Come on out. I summon a monster. Emerge from roar. I activate chemicalized salamander's effect. Chemical burn. I activate chemicalized salamander's effect. Chemical burn. Let's battle. Chemicalized salamander. Tame that monster. Bunsen blast.
2,300.
This examination is over. Chemicalized salamander. Tame that monster. Bunsen blast.
I must improve my skills because they're not good enough.
You must now do what you're told.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll dual-tain like my dad to flip your frown upside down.
I have duel! It's my show yourself! That ends my
Here
turn!
I go. It's my I draw.
Now! I play my set card.
From my
I
hand,
activate a continuous
I
trap!
activate a spell card. Oh, that's nothing. Not bad. I set the pendulum scale. I know what to do. I activate the field spell, Sky Eye Battle. Okay. Attack. That's nothing. Can't wait to see
It's
what
my
you
turn.
do.
I
end
draw.
my turn.
From my hand, I activate. From my hand, I activate. That ends my
My
turn.
turn. I draw. Come on out. I summon a I activate my monster's effect. I set the pendulum scale. Witch's effect activates.
That stung!
Swing hard, Pendulum! Carve the art of victory! My monsters are ready to swing into action! I'm counting on you! I special summon a monster! Turn up the heat! Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon! Let's Odd Eyes! Destroy everything you see!
This might be bad.
Flame strike! It's time for the big finale! So let's...
Your summons were... wow! Care to share a few tips?
By dual-taning like my dad, I hope I made you smile.
The future can only exist if you no longer exist.
I'd be lying if I said my knees weren't shaking. But I promised to protect Luna, so that's what I'll do.
Duel! It's my turn. I'm setting a card. I set a card. Rise up, Necklord Army of Grenelle! With this,
Here goes!
I'm ending my
I draw!
turn.
Check this out! Martronic Cellphone!
What a waste of time. This is the card I set. I activate.
turn.
Optimism is nothing but an illusion. I draw. I activate the continuous spell, Necklord Assembly. I will not be crushed. I activate my trap. Chaos Infinity emerge. Necklord Army Deployer Obligato. Necklord Nucleus Infinity Core. I activate Infinity Core's effect. Watch this. I Link Summon a monster. I activate Necklord Army Deployer Obligato's effect. I destroy it to special summon battle. Despair awaits. My monster attacks when Obligato goes to the graveyard.
Here goes!
I end
I
my
draw.
turn.
Snap to it, Wartronic!
Optimism
And
is
my turn!
nothing but an illusion. I draw. I special summon Necklord Astro Dragon Triskelion. Battle! Take this! My monster.
Cameron's attack position of the tuner monster, Wartronic Remote!
Necklord Astro Triskelion uses its effect to absorb a card from your deck. Your defeat will give rise to a new future. I end my turn.
I gotta stay calm and find a way to win. Let me be lucky. Just this once. I'm setting a monster. I just have to
It's
keep
time
believing in
I
my cards.
end your existence.
I end my turn.
draw. I set a card. Battle! This will teach you. This attack will end you, but begin a new future. My monster attacks you directly.
I gotta try harder. I can't just watch from the sidelines.
Is this your first taste of hopelessness?
There is something inside me telling me I must win. I believe that this duel will lead to a new road.
Any alien who threatens the peace must answer to me. Maddox Sogetsu!
Udius Velgear, go rush!
Time to begin my experiment. I draw Dr. Red Road. Dr. Red Road. Combustion Oni Bungle. Combustion Oni Bungle. I say that ends
I
my
believe
turn.
it's now my turn. Velgirian draw! From my hand, I activate my spell card. Vortex Shooter! Now, I tribute summon a monster. Cosmo Predictor! Unleash! Battle! Attack, Great Sword Reverie! Fight for... I end my turn.
My turn. I draw Iceland, the Hyper Assistant. Iceland, the Hyper Assistant. Ember, the Super Assistant. I'll set a card. That
I
ends
believe
my
it's now
turn.
my turn. Velgirian draw! Transom Evera! From my hand, I activate my spell card. Fly in! Galactica Oblivion! Battle! Galactica Oblivion! Attack! Fight for
No
the light!
one's
Good
ever
night!
pushed me this hard.
With this attack, I will seize victory!
Bad habit of letting up when I'm sure I'll win.
That was incredible! I never knew what would happen next! I've come to Earth to save the Velgirian star cluster.
The secrecy's Maddox.
Go Rush! It's my turn. Velgirian draw. I set a card. I set a card. Transam Evera. Vortex Shooter. I end my turn.
To begin my experiment. I draw Flame Seeker. Vocalize a freak. I see the super assistant. I'll set a card. I set a battle. Vocalize a freak. Attack.
In that case, I'll use. I
ends
believe
my
it's
turn.
now my turn. Velgirian draw. Interstelline. Appear. All right. I tribute summon a monster. My spell card, Galactica Force. It's time to battle. Go. My monster attacks. Attack. Celestial Cancel. I will simply focus on winning this duel.
I draw
I end my turn.
Flame Seeker. With the fire to inspire. Ethel, the fire genie of the lamp. I'll use the card I said earlier. I activate a spell card. You can't tame her flame. Metal the fire genie. I activate Metal's effect. This can't be.
My path
I
lies
must
beyond
recheck my
this path.
calculations.
Velgirian
I
draw.
end my turn.
Transam Linux. I activate my monster's effect. It's time to battle. Destroy them. I attack with my monster. This is the end. Attack.
Does it still count as a loss if I refuse to believe I lost?
Rush duels will bring peace to my home planet.
I draw! Battle! You ready? Attack! Here I go!
I feel
Monster attack!
Here goes! My monster's
I know you got a
effect
lot
think I'm
more
gonna
in
back
you.
down.
I end
draw.
my turn.
I said a
Alright.
I'm done
Full
with my turn.
I draw! I activate a continuous spell! Here I go! My monster attack!
My monster's effect
Your
activates!
time's up! You're wide open
You beat me!
in my